All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99 back with another post-fight discussion video. All right, y'all, let's talk about it. I know y'all want to hear my thoughts on this one as well. Mackenzie Dern versus Loopy Godinez. All right, y'all. So I had to stick with Dern on this one, man, just because I felt like Dern, she's still at a certain level in the strawweight division. She's probably like in a mid-rank level where she can still beat a lot of the prospects on the come up, but I still think there's just a lot of work for her to I think there's a lot of work for her that needs to be done to get to that championship level right now. As for Loopy, man, I just didn't think Loopy had the IQ or the adjustments. I just didn't really think she had the style for Mackenzie Dern. I like Loopy's boxing. I like Loopy's boxing a lot. Like, I used to praise it because I felt like she had good combinations and, she had some decent pop. But there's just no follow-up sometimes with her. She just kind of sits back. And when I saw Angela Hill, Angela Hill, that's an exception. When I saw Verna Jenderoba strike her, I was like, okay, man, I don't really see any progression here with her striking, like how she puts her shots together. I'm not seeing enough lateral movement here. I'm not seeing like a steady body attack, nothing. Like, I'm not seeing like a difference here. Same thing kind of happened in this fight. Now, this fight turned out to be a little bit more competitive than I thought. I thought that Loopy, she was, getting some work in. I thought Loopy was definitely getting some work in because if you look at the faces in this fight, Mackenzie Dern, she was definitely wearing some damage, because Loopy was firing that jab off in that left hook. She just couldn't really follow it up, and she couldn't really do much with Dern's takedowns. Like, when Dern would get her down, like, she really wasn't getting much work in. But, yeah, I thought Loopy did make it a little bit more competitive than I thought she would, when it came down to the stand-up game. But looking back at the first round, I thought Loopy had a good jab, man. Right away, she was cracking and snapping the head back of Dern with some really good jabs. She was just, planting that jab, stepping forward with that hands-high defense, kind of like Grasso or Irene Aldana, just popping that jab off. And I thought she was doing a good job with the stand-up early on. Dern, it was taking a little while for her to open up, but finally when Dern started letting her right hand go, she was coming over the top, coming over the left hook of Loopy. She was getting her own shots in. I thought her hands were flowing more, even though she was missing a lot. Dern was actually kind of letting her hands go. So eventually, her right hand started landing because she had the longer reach. And I liked whenever Loopy would hook off of the jab because, that was working for her. But if she would have followed up with maybe like a right hand, she probably would have done more damage. But she started letting Mackenzie Dern get into a rhythm. Mackenzie at one point tried to go in for a takedown, tried to smother Loopy's attack, went back on the outside. And then behind a good right hand, Dern set up a nice takedown, and that's what I'm saying with her striking. She threw a good right hand. That's what she needs to do. She landed a good right hand on Loopy, then she locked up with Loopy, tripped, and got a good takedown. And from that takedown, she had a good full mount control, went from full mount to an arm bar. Loopy, she's not easy to submit like that, but that round I had to give to Dern because as she was trying to secure the arm bar and she knew she was having trouble with that, she was landing some good hammer fists, and she started to cause a little bit of damage to the nose of Loopy. So I gave Dern the first round. I gave her that first round. Second round, though, was a little back and forth. Back and forth again, where, Dern, she's still kind of missing some shots, but she's actually putting her right hand down the pipe a little bit more. More stiff jabs and left hooks from Loopy. I thought Loopy was doing a good job mixing in her leg kick, though. Dern's combinations, though, that's what I felt was winning her the fight. She was still having trouble getting takedowns, Her wrestling is still not something I'm seeing. She's got that size to her, but she's still not really good at using it. Like, she's not all over these girls like a Suarez. Like, Suarez, she knows how to use that physicality when she puts it on you. But Mackenzie Dern, she is strong. I would say that she is a strong fighter. I believe, yeah, Loopy was kind of getting the edge. I feel like she was getting the edge in the striking, adding the leg kick in, and she did get, like, I'd say like half a takedown. She did get a takedown against Mackenzie Dern against the cage, but Mackenzie Dern popped up, and I would say that submission attempt kind of gave her the edge, gave Loopy the second round when she got that standing arm choke attempt. She didn't really have that strength like Jessica Andrade, so I knew she wasn't going to get that standing arm choke, but I gave Loopy the second round. Let me see. The third round, I gave to, well, first off, the third round, I thought that, Dern started to pick it up a little bit more with the right hand. It came down to Dern's right hand and Loopy's left hook again. Loopy, she was letting off her leg kicks. I like that. She started picking up with her shots again. like the first couple minutes. But again, she really wasn't doing a lot of damage and, trying to stay out of range. Dern, she got another big takedown this round against the cage. She got some good side control time in, just using her grappling a little bit more, but she let the fight get back up, try to get Loopy into a guillotine. Loopy was able to break out of that. Loopy's left hook again, like I said, that was pretty much her most dominant hand here. She was landing some good left hooks, snapping Dern's head back. But again, man, I just think I was looking at the numbers too, man. Like the numbers look kind of off, man. They had Loopy ahead in the second and third. She might have been ahead in the second, but I thought that Dern was landing more. I thought Dern was landing more even in the third round. I thought she started to pick it up. I thought the numbers were a little bit tighter, because it seemed like Loopy was kind of sitting back at times. But anyways, it was kind of close, as far as the striking stats. To me, it should have been a little bit closer, but at times they had Loopy like too far ahead. But yeah, I thought Dern was doing a little bit more. Like I thought she was just touching more and landing in combinations more and just getting a lot more done on the inside, as far as just like control time and takedown. So I gave Dern the edge in the third round, but it was a competitive fight. It was competitive. So I had a 29-28, 2 rounds to 1 for Mackenzie Dern. Moving forward, I think Mackenzie Dern definitely showed some improvement as far as patience. She was slowing down in this fight, wasn't going too crazy. She was still leading with her chin at times. Her chin's still wide open. So, yeah, her defense still needs to be tweaked. But as far as, like, how she's throwing her shots, I think she's throwing them better. She's throwing that right hand to get a takedown. I still want to see her, like, improving her wrestling, though, to get takedowns. Because she couldn't take down Loopy that many times. But, Loopy's takedown defense is good. But I didn't really see Dern really like muscling her around enough in this fight. From here, is Dern top 5 material, or is she like gonna go for the belt? I don't know. Everything's gonna be a rematch at this point for her, whether it be Lemos, Marina, Yan Xiaonan. I know she called for like a Tatiana Suarez fight, but I think Suarez is gonna be the next one for the title shot. So Dern's gonna have to fight down again. Dern's gonna have to fight down and maybe fight a rematch with Ebos or something like that. See how far along she's come against Ebos. Even Verna would be a rematch. So where Dern stands right now, she's gonna have to fight some of the up and comers. As for Loopy, man, there's just a lot of work that needs to be done, I think, before she'll ever get the top 5. Loopy maybe taking on the winner of Jillian Robertson versus Luana Pinheiro. Maybe rescheduling that fight with Sam Hughes. Maybe Sam Hughes, if she can get a ranking, this would be that opponent, right? Or Eduardo Moore. I don't know. Eduardo Moore is moving up to 125 for her next fight, but I don't know. I just think Loopy needs a lot of work. So, fighting down would be wise for her at this point, and where Dern stands, I still think there's some things that she needs tweaked. Like I said, there's just things that need to be tweaked. But shout out to Dozier Music. In one of the comment sections, he asked me a few questions, but I'm going to come back and talk about that in another video, ask some questions about how Dern would match up against Suarez. There was a few questions, and I thought that was an interesting comment, or interesting set of questions he asked. So I'm going to drop another video on that, guys. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. What's next for these fighters? What do y'all want to see them do from here? Combo Breaker 99. Make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.